Hello Tanker, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are back in an E50. We are on Himmelsdorf. We are mid-tier in this matchup. Unfortunately, it's a Blizzard version of this map, but because we're on Himmelsdorf, it doesn't really matter. The map is fairly small and there's lots of space to hide, so that's not a problem. Usually on a big map it is a problem because obviously your view range is decreased significantly, and with E50 now nerfed, the view range is not the same as it used to be, because obviously you now have to optimize your tank for gun performance, therefore your view range will suffer. That's why you want to optimize your crew for gun handling. Having said that, Himmelsdorf is not bad and we can make it work on a small map like this, no problem. Also, we have 2 RDs per side, which could be problematic, especially if you go to this banana road here, because RD does have shots on the banana road here. So before I engage here with my Badger, I was thinking about going banana road, but I noticed there's object 430U there, and now I see this Panzer 7, so I'm like, nope, I ain't going there. It would be a tough battle, which I probably wouldn't win anyway, so I decided to use my mobility and scoot over to the top of the hill and maybe try to push with these guys on top of the hill. As you can see, we have a lot of tanks coming up the hill over here, so it should be pretty easy to secure the hill. We can just stomp over the opposition because, as you can see, there's no one here. One word of warning, guys, in this game unfortunately I'm using excessive number of premium rounds, so if you totally against premium round usage, I basically suggest that you turn this video off. It's probably not for you, but if it doesn't matter to you, continue watching it. Now, the reason why I'm using APCR rounds here, well, first of all, E50 is my go-to tank when I have a shitty string of games, so that's first thing. Second, when I see tier 10 game, I load APCR rounds, because penetration on AP rounds, on standard rounds on E50 is good maybe for tier 8s and tier 9s, but not so much for tier 10s. So having said that, in this game I probably could have gotten away without using APCR rounds, because pretty much every shot that I penetrate here would probably go through with an AP round. But regardless, another tool in the toolbox, right? So anyway, did you guys know there's a hole in here? Like, that's, I don't know, I played on this map so many times and I never knew that you could shoot across to the other side through here. This got me so confused. So yeah, you see me kind of scrambling here. All of a sudden I have shots. I was gonna go down and help these guys on the bottom, but all of a sudden I have shots at this mutant, and unfortunately his platoon mate came up over the top here and he decided to engage me. So I already lost like half of my health because I was flanked very early. Now, unfortunately, as you can see here, this Panther, I would be easily able to penetrate him with my standard rounds, but I already have APCR loaded, so because he's a communist bastard, I'm not gonna spare any of the APCR rounds on him. Communist and a Panther, how could that be, huh? When you think about it. And also, take a look at the score. We're losing this game already at the start very quickly, so I'm like, you know what, whatever, it is what it is. I'll just keep my APCR rounds loaded and see what happens there. So we're gonna scoot over to the other side now. We're gonna try to take out this T-28. Yeah, we take him out of the game. Now we're gonna switch our attention towards the middle of the map, or more central area of the map. So at this point I was thinking, okay, these guys at the G line, object 430 there, tough armor, our tanks have trouble pushing through there, so I decided to scoot down to that location and maybe provide some crossfire. I noticed at the same time that Tortoise and German Super Heavy are climbing the hill, so I knew they would be out of the equation, so this presents this beautiful opportunity here to engage this object 430 and take a very important tank out of the game. So we're gonna line up a shot on him here. Yes, we track him, we hit his fuel tank at the same time, and he's gonna get taken out. Now, at the same time, we notice that this German Super Heavy is coming down. So what I'm doing here, I'm basically hiding behind Emil Now take a look at this guy. He actually wanted to go around this German heavy, but he realized that I'm doing this, so he let me go through, and he basically face-hugged the German heavy. I guess he knew that Panzer VII would have very tough time penetrating him through the turret, so face-hugging was cool. And I think our Badger takes him out of the game here. Unfortunately, the E5, the camping E5 shows up from behind, so Emil, you know, gets down on health because this guy puts a couple of shells into him. Now at this point I was expecting our Badger to push through here, but for whatever reason he decided to go around. He chose to take a different route, which, I don't know, it really surprised me. So at this time I cannot leave my Emil too. He helped me out here, I cannot leave him alone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to charge this E5. I'm just gonna try to hide here so he doesn't put a shell into me, and use Emil here as a screen. Now we're gonna go around, try to track him. Unfortunately we can't track him, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go wide, and here we're gonna ram him. And the idea here was we're gonna try to take his track off, and at the same time I wanted to rotate him because he's got strong frontal armor. However, if I manage to turn him and I face his side, he's going to be in a world of pain in a no man's land. He can't do anything. And take a look at that. Use E50's mobility to move back and forth, make him kind of try to hit your turret, which is a difficult spot to hit. So we take him out of the game very easily here. Unfortunately, the UDES comes from the central location somewhere there, and he takes out the Emil too. So what we're gonna do here is try to set up an ambush. So I'm just gonna angle here fairly quickly, and I'm gonna try to wait for this UDES to come out. So yeah, we're gonna wait here for a couple seconds. I was totally expecting him to come through here, but he's not coming. So I figured he's probably turned around. He's either waiting or he's turned around and going back. So at this point I don't think he would be expecting me to come. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna ram him to death. Well, I was trying to ram him to death, but fortunately for him he takes my track off, and yeah, it just delayed the inevitable. We take him out of the game. And if you take a look at the score now, guys, yeah, we evened it out pretty good. Actually, more than evened it out. We taken over the game, so this is just a cleanup time right now. I think the only two remaining tanks on the opposing team are the Trinity at tier 8, Centurion 7-1 at tier 9. So it should be easy cleanup. So everyone's rushing to clean up. And since I thought both of the medium tanks remaining will be sticking together, I took this route, and one of them betrayed his position by going over our base. I went in this direction, but I'm gonna do quite a bit of driving here because, as it turns out, the Centurion 7-1 basically never left his spawn. I think he was AFK. So, and here I wanted to kind of go to A1, check if he's there, and then if not, then we were thinking that maybe he sneaked by and went to the hill, but that's not going to be the case. Anyway, this is pretty much a wrap, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up just driving around, not being able to find anything to shoot at. Just a quick few words on the E50. A lot of people don't play this tank anymore because they say it's not playable anymore. The aim time was nerfed because the reload time was nerfed. This tank is bad now. Yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. It does have aim time of a Russian heavy, unfortunately, and it's not the super medium like it used to be, but it still has its own glamour. It has its mobility, it has its armor. You can optimize your crew for gun handling, you can optimize your equipment for gun handling, and this tank is still going to perform well. Now remember, this tank has 400 alpha per shot. Oh, I think average is 390, but usually it's about 400. So remember, it is still very much playable, and this tank, I think, still has its place in the game. So regardless of what happened to it, I still think it's a good tank. Anyway, let's take a look at the end plates right now. So it's a victory. We managed to make 30,000 credits, over 30,000 credits, even though we spammed some premium rounds. We managed to put up 5.7k damage with 1.2k assisted, bringing the combined total to about 7k combined damage, which is absolutely fantastic, especially on a city map like Himmelsdorf. So we end up with high caliber medal, mastery, ace tanker. We finished with 1849 base XP. Obviously finished on top of the team. We fired 17 shots. We had 16 direct hits with 14 penetrations. Very, very nice game. Now, like I mentioned to you guys before, I used lots of APCR rounds in this game, but I think pretty much any shot that I took could have been penetrated with my AP rounds. So don't be a premium spammer like me. Well, actually, I don't spam premium all the time, but on some occasions I do, and of this I'm not really proud of. So for the most part I try to keep it clean, but not this time around. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go check out CloneGuy72 and Garadingi for more awesome World of Tanks content. That's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.